that work in there. All right. You want the fellow Republicans to stand up to Donald Trump. And my feeling, one of my questions was, he's been impeached. And then I made the statement that, you made the statement that he was impeached by Democrats. So what would you like the Republicans to do?
I would like a fair trial, a complete trial in the Senate, where Republicans would call for key witnesses from the White House and call for subpoena documents.
Okay. One of my questions is, when it was in the House, did they have the opportunity to call the witnesses that they want called now in the Senate?
Yes, they did, and they refused to show it. And they took some of them to court, and it's still tied up in the courts.
What witnesses would you like to see subpoenaed?
John Bolton, Nick Mulvaney, Mike Pompeo, and I think that's it. There's one other gentleman, I can't remember his name.
Bolton is the State Department, right?
He was the former National Security
Advisor
that Trump fired.
Okay, I read yesterday where in his book he said that Donald Trump held money for
defensive weapons for Ukraine,
Yes.
$391 million.
And the question there would be the timing of that comment when he's releasing a book. People are probably going to look at that as, just trying to move his book.
Sure.
Yeah, and being a staunch Republican, you think that he would testify truthfully?
Yes, I do.
Well, it looks like the Mueller thing, where the Democrats thought that Mueller was, gonna break this thing wide open, and then when Mueller testified, after the Mueller hearings, the findings wasn't what the Democrats thought it should be, and then all of a sudden Mueller was a bad guy. So
I don't think Mueller was a bad guy. The problem with the Mueller report, his report was fantastic. Unfortunately, his testimony before the House was pretty subdued.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically referred people back to the two books that documented his findings,
Mm-hmm.
which were too lengthy and detailed for most Americans to read. Unfortunately, the head of the Department of Justice preempted him and basically said that Trump did nothing wrong.
Okay. Well, you look at the old impeachment with Bill Clinton, went through that whole process, was impeached, yet his numbers went up and ended up being a great president after the impeachment. So, you think this whole process is it really worthy of the taxpayers' money? Or is it just smoke screens and they're all going to have a coffee afterwards anyway?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the Senate does not remove Trump. It takes 67 votes to remove him,
Mm-hmm.
and it's very doubtful that many Republicans would flip.
Well, I saw where Mitch says he doesn't have the votes to not allow the people to testify, so you never know. You never know how many people are going to stay on the side of Republicans or switch over.
Yes, that's very true.
Yes.
So we'll see what comes out. This is a very important day. Tomorrow's a very important day. in the hearings in the Senate, and we'll see what happens.
All right, sir.
I thought it was important to be out here to encourage people to defend the country, find their moral compass, especially Republicans. Stop hiding testimony, stop hiding documents, and let the truth come out.
One thing I tell you though, I'm a registered Democrat, voted Democrat all my life. But a lot of the Democrats in the Democrat Party are not the Democrats that I am.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I mean, the far, far, far left, I'm not for that. You know, I like a little more middle of the road type of.
Centrist.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably a lot like myself. I've been a registered Republican for 40 years, and I'm conservative, and but I do not support Donald Trump in the least.
Well, I went like this. I'm a registered Democrat. I originally wanted Bernie Sanders.
Yes.
He got screwed right before my eyes.
Yes.
And then I was kind of disgruntled. I told Hillary right down at the university I couldn't support her because of trust issues. And then I went with Jill Stein. She went out and got arrested tying herself to some bulldozer. That's kind of out there.
Yeah.
So I voted for Donald Trump after Bernie put himself with Hillary.
Yeah.
So I voted for Donald Trump. And to be honest, you know, the thing on what he said with the Bush boy on the bus, you know, he's kind of out there. He's kind of bold with his tongue. But how is he actually, his policies and things I look at, how is he running the country?
I would say poorly in many respects.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm living okay.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I got. I got to look at my wallet, my bank account,
Yeah.
and I'm doing fine.
Yeah. Well, that's good. But there's more to life than having a job, and you could probably still have a good job without the country being bankrupted, without the income inequality that's going on.
Well, countries, it doesn't matter who the president is. I hear about his golfing. Well, under Obama, I heard about the Hawaii trips and the prime rib dinners and the parties at the White House. Under Bush, I heard something else, Kennebunkport. Under Carter, he did too much peanut time on the public dole. I mean, it's always going to be somebody sitting at home bitching about something. We're not going to be satisfied about everything. Like I said, the man wants to go golf. He has the right to leisure time. He's not taking a salary. I mean, what president's ever done that?
Yeah, none of those things matter. What matters is he's alienated our allies. He's befriended adversaries.
One thing is, I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to tell you about that. I remember Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev. They had a great relationship. What the hell is wrong with being trying to be a friend with Russia rather than be? I mean, it's like the young man that you want to testify. He wants to go to war with Iraq. He wants to blow this up, blow that up. You know, I mean, what's wrong with trying to be friends? How do you get peace if you're not friends?
There's nothing wrong with being friends, but not at the expense of the United States. Trump sided with
Putin on a couple
Vladimir
issues.
Putin, who interfered in the 2016 election.
Well, that part there is up for determination. I mean,
I don't think it is. Every single
here's one
intelligence
thing.
agency in the United States.
I know, but you know what? One thing about the United States, our intelligence do the same thing that we don't want other countries to do. Hey, I don't want you to have nuclear weapons, and we got all of ours. I mean, we don't always tell the truth. And I always tell people, Putin didn't have me vote for Trump. All right?
I'm sorry?
Putin isn't the reason why I voted for Trump. He didn't make me vote for Donald Trump.
Right.
So, I mean, all those arguments I have a problem with. I mean, I voted for Donald Trump because I wanted someone that was not a politician, because Hillary really bothered me with her demeanor, and her and Bill. And Bill was, they weren't the same Clintons they were when Bill was running. Okay?
Yeah, so I didn't vote for Hillary Clinton either, and I didn't vote for Trump. I wrote in John Kasich. Who I thought was
John, our governor. That's a whole, I'll be here 5 hours talking about him. I really liked John when he was in Congress and everything, but I liked him as our governor. But as time went on, John became a sore loser. Instead of standing up and being a strong man, I feel he's a sore loser, and he was more of a hindrance to us later in his term as governor. I was really disappointed. With him. And I'm this type of person too. I'm going to explain this. At the end of the day, you can disagree with the president, but I think as an American, we eventually get behind the person in the Oval Office. Doesn't matter if it's a donkey or an elephant. We have to support
as long
our
as
president.
He's doing what's in the best interest of the country.
Hey, the country's pretty damn strong right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't say so.
You don't think so?
No.
I got to take you out for coffee sometime.
Okay.
I got to go because I worked all day, but you are awesome. What's your name?
George Zadigyan,
And where are you from?
Alliance, Ohio.
You drive all the way up from Alliance, Ohio to Cleveland to hold this sign.
Yep.
When you could have stopped at Kent State or Mount Union.
Well,
That's where you got to hold that at.
yeah.
All right?
Thank you.
I'm from Kent down there. So
All right.
you are
Safe
awesome, sir.
drive.